Reporting for the Augusta Free Press, I'm Chris Graham. We're here at UVA Basketball Media Day as the Cavs, the 6th-ranked Cavs in the coaches poll preseason, get ready for the 2015-2016 season. Getting ready for this season, how the first couple of weeks of practice been going?
We've had some good practices. Really competitive. Each day we compete, and a loser does like a plank for a minute or a suicide. So we've really been getting after each other, trying to get ready for the season.
Talk about your role. I mean, obviously with the season under your belt now, you're more ready for this. Talk about how you'll fit in this year. Do you think?
Yeah, I'm a lot more confident now that I know what's going on and things like that. But I'm just here to do whatever it takes to win. That's the ultimate goal, is to win a championship.
Third year in the system. More comfort each year, I'm guessing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, when I first walked into it, I was a little bit shook up, but just learning and had a bunch of different learning curves, especially my redshirt year. But just getting better with it every single day, and just having Coach Bennett trust me and trusting him.
Coach Bennett talked about how we would walk around and see some guys and say, "Wow, you know, guys look different. They look bigger," and that kind of thing. You're one of those guys, it seems to me. Talk about working with Coach Curtis in the offseason and getting more physical and that kind of thing.
Yeah, Coach Curtis is my guy. I mean, he'll tell you that. He'll tell you that. I love him to death. Just trusting him. He knows the way. So I just whatever whatever he's telling me to do, I'm doing. Or just had a lot to do with my eating habits, change that, and just working hard. I just follow his process.
Talk with the preseason schedule, I say preseason, pre-conference season schedule being as tough as it is, a lot of road games, a lot of tough games early in the season. Talk about how you think that can get the team ready for conference play and postseason play.
I think it'd be great for us, just test early on. I mean, because I think last year we may have had a few tests, but not as many as this year coming up. But I think it'd be perfect. It's always good to have challenges. So.
Road games and neutral court games too, not with the friendly confines here, right? Is that helpful to you?
Yeah, for sure, because it'll help us in different environments.
Second year in the system, talk about your comfort level, especially what you're asked to do defensively in Coach Bennett's system.
Just have more knowledge and going into the season. I know what to expect more, so it's really exciting.
How valuable was it for you last year to get as much playing time, especially early on in the season, as the season went on, to be able to build for this season?
Again, just knowing what to expect, and last year, obviously, like as a freshman, you don't know exactly what to expect playing such a high level. And this year, I'm just really confident in my team, and I feel like we just got a lot better. So I'm really excited.
You're still technically a young guy and a veteran-laden team, but you have experience too. Obviously, a lot of experience from last year. Talk about, I know this program doesn't like to talk about expectations, but considering there is so much talent back and so much experience back, and with a tough non-conference schedule and that kind of thing, you guys hit the ground running. I mean, early on, it gets really tough for you guys early on this season.
Exactly. I mean, obviously, our expectation is just to be the best we can be. Honestly, we have a good group of guys here in the experience group, so we expect a lot. We got a lot better, and we just want to just win as much games as possible.
With the depth here, I imagine practices are really intense. Can you talk about that?
Really competitive. We all been trying to push each other, and it's just been really great playing with these guys.
Coach Bennett has talked about guys being more aggressive offensively this year, you among them. The system maybe doesn't seem to lend itself towards too much aggression because it's such an egalitarian system, but talk about how you can be more aggressive within the flow of things for offensively.
I think every year I get better at finding and picking my spots, where to be aggressive and where to, make the extra pass. And I think this year I'll have to be a little bit more aggressive, but also still find that balance of when to score and when to pull it out and keep running offense until we get a better shot.
How does the 30-second shot clock change things offensively for this team?
We have to be a little bit more aggressive. I think it's that simple. We have to be more aggressive, getting the ball inside, playing inside out, but also the guards have to touch the paint more.
There's been speculation that it could also be helpful to the defense, that you guys can keep opponents, that 10-second rundown can start sooner, obviously. Is that something that can be an advantage for this team?
Absolutely. I think it's hard for teams to play against the pack line with 35 seconds. So 5 seconds less is going to be a lot harder, and I think our defense will be even better this year.
Can you talk about the non-conference schedule this year? It seems ratcheted up even from last year. Some tough road games and neutral site games. With the experience coming back this year, it seems like that might be in order to give you guys that more of a test. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I think it's, I was telling someone else it could be a great eye-opener for us, or it could be a very fulfilling if we go in and play the way we're supposed to and we've been taught, and go in focused. But either way, I think we'll learn a lot, and it will better prepare us for ACC play.
You played a lot at 3, a lot at 4 last year. Versatility good, or would you prefer to play 1?
You know, I like versatility. You know, I like playing 4. I like playing 3. You know, there's pros and cons to both. I think last year before the season, I was like, because initially second year, that's when I first started switching, but. You know, you never know. You got to fill in when you can, and I'm completely fine with that. If we need it, then I'll play it. But I think this year will be primarily 3. So,
okay.
But I really, you know, I like both.
I wrote a lot about how your plus minuses after every game, where you were among the team leaders in that. Defensive positioning. I mean,
I think you know, it comes down to really being disciplined and kind of, you know, being able to read things out on the floor. And knowing kind of what people's strengths are and stuff like that, but just really kind of doing all the little things. And when you do that, they all add up, and you know, you get to kind of, you know, you just got to do the dirty work, and that helps a team, you know, be successful. And you know, that's what I like to do. I like just to kind of contribute really however I can, whether that be scoring 0 points and doing everything else, or scoring, you know, 10 points. So it's really just kind of wherever I see, you know, just kind of do it off instinct, to be honest with you.
Preseason number 6 in the country in the coaches poll, one of the top 3 teams in the ACC, along with Carolina and Duke, the 2-time defending ACC champs, 2 30-win seasons back-to-back for this Cavs program. The expectations are very high. A very challenging preseason schedule for Virginia, with games at George Washington. You've got a game at Ohio State, a couple of tough home games, Villanova and Cal. Game in New York with West Virginia in Madison Square Garden. So Tony Bennett challenging his team this year, but a veteran team that he expects will be able to meet that challenge. And so high expectations for this Virginia basketball program, and on Augusta Free Press all week this week, we'll have interviews with Coach Bennett and the various players who will be part of the mix for this 2015-2016 Virginia basketball team. Reporting for the Augusta Free Press, I'm Chris Grant.